Good morning and welcome to Community Chit Chat right here on KMBY, over the air at 19.4 and on the internet at KMBYTV.com. I'm Jim Vossen, V as in Victor, O-S-S-E-N. I'm looking around to see that everything is functioning in a proper way. And then what I do is I'm looking at my screen, I'm watching the what we call the waveform meters to go down, and then I pause that. And it's my privilege today. It's a live program. It is Wednesday. Let me do this. June 24th. I'm looking down at the computer. That helps. 24th, 2020. So it's Wednesday. Now, this will be replayed Saturday, and it'll be eventually on our YouTube page. We have our own KMBY YouTube page because we're very special people. Of course, so are millions of people all around the world. They have their own too. All right, so now we're going to do this. We're going to introduce my guest, Marvin Cohen, and what's going to happen is I'm going to go small, way up and above. And now, Marvin, if you look at that center monitor, that's how we look out going. Do you see me up in the corner? Yeah, that's me, and then that's you in the big size. Is that pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay, and then, wait a minute, it gets better. There's your name. Did I do that? I did Clock Insurance and Financial Solutions. Was that okay?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that. It kind of goes along with your jacket. It's kind of a blue, and you got a dark blue jacket on?
Yeah.
Fair enough?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So here's the deal. And you can hear me okay?
Yeah.
Good. All right. So I'm going to start off. And don't be afraid of speaking up, and try to aim let's bring that mic a little closer to you. Can you pull that mic a little bit closer to you? There. Are you sitting up, or are you resting back like it's a lounge chair?
Sitting up.
Oh, now you sound so much better. Okay.
I also want to talk about our World Peace Park.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Okay.
So we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off finding out a little bit about you, maybe more information than I need to know or want to know. I don't know. So let's start off with this. Where were you born?
I was born in Albany, New York.
Albany, New York.
Yeah.
Okay. And wow, that's I don't know if anybody that I know of. There's a lot of people in New York, though, aren't there?
New York State, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. In
Does
New York
Albany
State.
have what kind of population does Albany have? You think?
Albany probably got 300, 400,000.
Oh, that's all. That's not too big, huh?
It's the capital of the state of New York.
It's the capital. Okay. How far is it away from New York City?
It's 150 miles north.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're born there. Did you go to school there?
No, I went to school in Hudson, New York.
Hudson, New York.
Yeah, right. Which is where Henry Hudson had his picnic with the Indians.
Oh, he had his
And Rip Van Winkle slept on the side of the mountain for 20 years.
Now, is that true? you made that sound like that was really true.
There's a bridge between Hudson and Catskill called the Rip Van Winkle Bridge.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't offer you any water. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, very good. All right. So anyway, so you're born there. You went to school there. Everything, high school and whatever.
Right. Right. Most of it I went to first grade, fourth grade through 12th grade in Hudson.
Oh, okay. All right. How was that? Now, going to school there is okay.
It was okay, yeah.
You didn't have any fights at school with kids at all?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Some of the kids are telling me that I was like the leader of the gang or
Were
whatever.
You? Really?
And they would send me in against bullies.
Oh.
Because when I was very young,
yes,
my father broke a broomstick over my head, and I stopped feeling right then.
Oh.
When I was 6.5 years old.
Wow.
And so I had no feeling, and so these kids used to say...
Now, you say you really had no feeling on your head?
No, I had no feeling in my body.
Oh.
I didn't feel anything.
Oh, wow.
And so the kids used to send me in against the bullies.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch what I'm going to do. Right. I'm going to move over to this side so that as you're looking over that way, it's kind of looking towards me. Do you see what I did on that center monitor?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can move me down too if I want to go way down. I can do that, but that's not good. Let's do that. All right. So anyway, So you couldn't feel anything on your head because
I couldn't feel anything in my whole body.
Oh, that's not good. So did you get beat up a couple of times?
I think so. But I don't remember.
You don't remember? No. Not that. Okay. You have brothers and sisters?
I do. Younger.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm
Younger?
the oldest.
You're the oldest of how many?
There were four of us.
There are four of you.
I had two brothers and a sister. One of my brothers died, and I have another brother and a sister.
Ah, okay. All right. So let's. How'd you get here?
I got here because I had an insurance agency in Florida.
In Florida.
In Florida, yeah.
All right.
And I had a heart attack when I was 40 years old.
Oh.
And I sold my agency, and as I was recuperating from the heart attack, I got a letter in the mail from an insurance company saying, how would you like to have a working vacation in Europe and sell life insurance to the GIs and American civilians over there? And so I moved to Germany.
Roughly when was this about?
This was in 1993.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I moved to Germany, and no, 1983.
1983. Okay.
1983, yeah, 1983.
Do you speak some German?
I speak, yeah.
Oh.
Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ask me if I speak German.
Sprechen die Deutsch?
Nein.
Nein.
Sorry. It's an old one of mine. Okay, so anyway.
And so I watched how the American civilians lived over there. And it was like they lived in really nice apartments, and I don't know if they ever paid any rent. And they got all kinds of privileges to go to the PX and the commissary and get American plates on their car and get cheap gasoline from the American, from the military gas stations and everything else.
And these were civilians?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
American civilians that worked for the government. And my son was over there, and he graduated from the Frankfurt International School. And when he graduated in 1986, then we came back to the States, to Florida. And I said, I want to go back as an American civilian and live and enjoy all those benefits.
Mm-hmm.
And so I applied for a job with the government, and I was offered a job here at Fort Ord.
Oh.
And so I came to Fort Ord in 1988. I started July 15th, 88 at the Officers Club.
Oh. Now, you weren't in the military, though, right?
No.
You were a civilian working for the federal government at that time?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was your duties? What did you do?
I was assistant manager of the Officers Club.
Of the Officers Club?
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun place.
At Fort Ord, yeah.
Pool tables and stuff like that, or what?
No. It was just a club for officers in the military and their families, where they would have meetings and bingo games and things like that, and then dances, and it was like a nightclub.
Ah, okay. So, and how long did you do that for?
I didn't do it for very long. I did it for about a year, and then I became co-manager of the NCO Club.
NCO Club, which is the non-commissioned officers.
Non-commissioned officers club.
Wow.
Yeah.
You didn't think I would know that.
And then
I didn't think I would know that. Yes.
and then if you really want to know the truth, what happened was...
Oh, no. It's the truth?
I'm a food addict.
You're a food addict.
And that's why I got a degree in restaurant management. That's why I got the job at Fort Ord Officers
Well, you're
Club.
kind of thin. You don't eat a lot, do you?
And then I want to always have the food.
Oh.
And so one day I was waiting for the Wives Club to leave. They had a buffet for the Wives Club, and I was waiting for them to leave because there was 5 pieces of chicken and wine sauce that I wanted.
Oh.
And I kept looking, and finally they left.
Oh.
And so did the 5 pieces of chicken and wine sauce.
Oh, they took them with them?
So I went to the office, and I looked up who was the contact person for that group.
Uh-huh.
And I called the contact person, and I asked her, if she knew who took that food.
Uh-huh.
And she said she didn't take it. I said, well, you have a list of the people, the ladies that were there? She said, yeah. So I started calling all the ladies.
Yeah.
And I got hold of this one lady, and she said, yeah, I have it. I said, well, bring it back. You're not supposed to take anything out of the club. You can eat all you want while you're here, but when you leave, everything else stays.
I see.
So
she brought it back?
She brought it back, and so I ate my 5 pieces of chicken and wine sauce.
You don't think she did anything to him
The
at
next
all?
day,
Yes.
the next day,
Uh-oh.
in comes the command sergeant major
Oh.
with the general.
Oh, with the general.
Yeah. And the general says, "Who's that guy that told my wife to bring back that food last night?"
Oh.
Well, I resigned my job that day.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
You felt like you were going to be in trouble?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I resigned.
Okay.
And then,
Did you confess before you resigned, or you just resigned?
well, I said I was the guy who
Oh, you
told,
were. Oh, you
yeah,
did. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I figured I'm going to have a lot of problems after that.
Yeah.
So
Well, rules are rules.
I just resigned, and shortly thereafter they closed Fort Ord.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, and then I went
I think, what was that, 97 then?
92. They closed
92.
Fort Ord.
Okay, somewhere. Okay. I was off.
Yeah.
All right. So now, moving from there, somehow you have an insurance business now.
I do.
How long have you had that? How'd you get into that?
Well, I was in the insurance business since 1971
Oh.
in Florida.
Oh, in Florida. Okay.
Yeah, and then when I had my heart attack, I had an agency in Cape Coral, Florida, and then I sold my agency
Okay.
and went to Germany.
Uh-huh.
And when my son graduated from high school over there, we came back to Naples, Florida. And then I applied for this job and came to California. And then when they closed Fort Ord, I went back to Germany
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
to take my old job back. And then I got a part-time job teaching nutrition for the City College of Chicago on the military bases.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 1998, I decided to come back to the States because I had this. I think God gave me this idea to overcome prejudice through education
Oh,
and to start a nonprofit called Our World Peace Park.
okay. We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
And when I came back to the
Yes,
States,
go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, so you start. Oh, so that goes that this organization goes back that far?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
And when I came back to the States, I said, how am I going to raise money as a big fat guy? So I got involved.
Wait, I'm sorry. You were a big fat guy?
Yeah.
Well, something's changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I got involved in a program called Food Addicts and Recovery Anonymous.
Uh-huh.
And within a year, 11 months, I lost 130 pounds.
Oh, boy.
And I ate more than I ever ate before in my life.
Hmm.
But I ate the right stuff.
You ate the right. Okay.
And I lost that 130 pounds.
Yeah.
And I went back in the insurance business
Mm-hmm.
because I needed to make a living.
And that was in where?
right here.
Oh, right here?
In Marina.
In Marina. Okay.
Yeah, and then in 2002, I opened my own agency in Salinas.
Okay.
And so now
2002, you said?
2002, yeah.
2002. Okay.
And we've been in the same location, not in the same office, but we've been in the same location at 21 West Laurel Drive in Salinas. Now we're in Unit 71. We started Unit 54
Uh-huh.
and moved on up, just like the Jeffersons. We moved on up
To the east side.
to a bigger office space.
Moving on up. Yeah.
And that's the story of the insurance business. We insure everything. If it says insurance,
Yeah.
and it's insured by an insurance company, whether it's an annuity, which people don't think is insurance, but it is, or life insurance, or car insurance, or airplane insurance, or whatever, general liability, contractor's insurance, whatever kind of insurance it is, workers' comp, we have it.
Okay,
Auto,
we're going to talk
homeowners.
more about that, but let's just back up a little bit. You were talking about you started up this organization. Is this the organization that you still have today?
Yes.
Yes.
The nonprofit organization.
Yes. And what's that called again? You have
It's called Our World Peace Park.
Our World Peace Park.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can hold that up in front of your near your microphone if you want to. It should be visible. Okay, there we go. Our World Peace Park. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And and really quickly, but we'll talk more about that when we come back from a little break. Roughly, what's that about?
It's to overcome prejudice through education.
Overcome prejudice. Now, when you say prejudice, you're talking about, prejudice could be...
There's too much prejudice in the world today.
Yeah.
Right now in America, we have a lot of prejudice going on. I mean, this thing about Black Lives Matter,
Right.
and
racism.
and
racism.
and not only that, there's, people are talking about each other's religion now,
Right,
and faith,
right,
and
right.
everything else,
and sexual preferences and stuff like that.
sexual preferences and everything.
Yeah.
And by establishing our World Peace Park, people can start to learn about their country of origin, their sexual practice, their neighbors. In the Bible it says to love your neighbors, you love yourself. I don't know many people who even like themselves.
Oh, well, I love myself. I'm a narcissist.
And so that's the reason that we have so much addiction in the United States, alcoholism and drug addiction and gambling and all kinds of stuff, because people, they don't like themselves. So I'm trying to, what I like to do with our World Peace Park is get people to come and learn about themselves so they can like themselves, and then they can start to like their neighbors, and then maybe we'll have peace in the world.
And maybe we'll have peace in the world.
Yeah.
All right. This is probably a good time. I'm 2 minutes early. Let's take a little break. I'm going to bring, and it takes me a while. I have to figure everything out. So I'm doing this. I'm back on the hole here. This is Community Chit Chat. We're on KMBY over the air at 19.4 and on the internet at KMBYTV.com. We're going to take a small 2-minute break, and as soon as I figure out how to do this, is the best way, is to do something like this. I fade me to black. I'm going to take this and click this like so. I'll get there. You'll see. You'll see. And we will be right back with more of Community Chit Chat. Just a minute. Oops. KMBY. Hi, Jim Vossen here for the Sand City Chamber of Commerce. Sand City is well known for its large art community. Check out sandcityartworld.com. Sand City is also known for its industrial businesses like Disaster Cleanup, Floor Store USA, Cypress Cabinets, A&R Plumbing, and many more. Yes, Sand City has 2 shopping centers with Costco, Office Depot, Target, Home Goods, not to mention the 2 new burger places, Five Guys and Habit Burger Grill. Plus my favorite place, McDonald's. Love that quarter pounder. Check out sandcityshopping.com. Sand City has a giant development in the works, including lots of apartments and a hotel or 2. For more great information about Sand City, check out sandcitycalifornia.com. That's sandcitycalifornia.com. All of this and more brought to you by the Sand City Chamber of Commerce. Not a member? Join today. Call 394-6501. Hi, Jim Vossen here for the Seaside Chamber of Commerce. If you're looking for a great place to eat in Seaside, like the Googie Grill on Del Monte near Canyon Del Rey, or the Wakatobi Japanese Grill at 1130 Fremont Boulevard, check out SeasideEatAndStay.com. If you're looking for a great place to stay in Seaside, like the Econo Lodge Bay Breeze Inn at 2049 Fremont Boulevard, or the Big Embassy Suites at the corner of Canyon Del Rey and Del Monte, check out SeasideEatAndStay.com. If you're looking for a new or used car, check out SeasideAutoDealers.com, where you'll find BMW of Monterey, Victory Toyota, Lexus Monterey Peninsula, and more. Check out SeasideAutoDealers.com. For more great information about Seaside, check out SeasideCalifornia.us. That's SeasideCalifornia.us. All of this and more brought to you by the Seaside Chamber of Commerce. Not a member? Join today. Call 394-6501. All right, okay. Hey, we're back. This is Community Chit Chat right here on KMBY over the air at 19.4 and on the internet at KMBYTV.com. I'm Jim Vossen, V as in Victor, O-S-S-E-N. My guest, Marvin Cohen, well, let's see. Hopefully he's going to walk back in here any minute. As we went to take a break, he asked me, he says, hey, Jim, where's the restroom? And so I showed him. I hope everything's okay. So we're here, Oh, there we go. Yeah, he's sitting down. He's got back into position, and now we'll bring him in. All right. I won't ask the usual questions that one might ask. Marvin, how you doing?
Good.
All
Thank
right.
God.
Let's bring your name back up here as normal, as we did that. Sometimes 2 minutes go by quicker than we think they do.
Yeah.
So I went outside. We had two gentlemen. I had this thing outside our Chamber of Commerce office, between our two little newspaper racks. I have a live AC power. And some of these guys, I don't know, we want to call them street people. They seem very nice. They like to come over and charge their cell phones with my power.
Uh-huh.
So I don't usually have problems. They didn't realize we're doing a live television show. So I told them, I went out there and said, hey, can you guys just keep it down a little bit? We're doing a live television show. So we'll see. It's not too bad. And they very nice. Yes, sir. Sorry. So, what can I do? All right. So let's see. We were getting into, okay. So let's talk a little bit about insurance, if I can.
Okay, sure.
All right. Now, everybody knows you got car insurance. You got to have that. Now, there's a lot of insurance ads that you see on television, all these the fancy, funny things and everything, and they talk about what you need. So, for instance, and I'm thinking that some people do this. You got your people who have grown up and have always had AAA insurance all their lives. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They haven't changed at all, right. And even though they might be able to save $100 here and there, they want to stay that way. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then there are people who run short of money, don't have a lot of money, and when it comes to insuring their car, they can't do it, or maybe they get a ticket because they didn't have their insurance card on them.
Right.
So when people advertise of what you need, I guess there's a minimum requirement that you have to have in your car, and I'm assuming, is that what we're talking about when you say minimum, or
minimum,
what you need?
It's a minimum liability requirement.
Liability requirement.
Right, in case you hit someone or something.
Right.
That they can get reimbursed.
That they can, yes. So and so on, and how long does you? So you get a ticket, you go to court, you say, I've got my insurance now, and they, okay, fine, bye bye or whatever. Maybe there's a fine, who knows? They can have that insurance for just a little bit. They can go and get insurance for a month or two, right?
Right.
And that's what you need. That could be the key word, what you need. And then not worry about it until they get stopped or whatever, and I'm assuming people do that.
That's right. And that's why the average person carries I'm getting old. I can't remember stuff anymore.
A large amount. Even a certain, they don't, whatever, they carry a lot more than the minimum requirement.
Oh, God.
Does that sound fair?
Yeah, but...
You're trying to come up with the amount?
No, I'm trying to come up with the right word.
Oh, okay.
For non-owned vehicles where you...
non-owned vehicles.
Where
Uh-oh. Now I did this.
God.
All right, relax. Take a breath.
Okay.
Smoke them if you got them. We're okay. We're all okay. All right. By the way, now I just turned 70. Are you getting close to me or what? Or have you passed me?
I'm very past you. I'm almost 80.
You're almost 80. Well, you're doing good. You're looking good. All right. So you're excused because there's. I mean, even me. Sometimes sometimes I forget people's names that I knew very well, say 8 years ago, and I'm trying, who is that person? And then all of a sudden it pops into the head. I don't know how the brain works like that.
Well, you carry insurance on your own vehicle to protect you from people who don't have insurance. So if they hit you,
right,
then you can collect from your own insurance company, and your insurance company can go after
so
those
one is
people.
called liability, is hurting somebody else, and the other one is
property damage.
Property damage or collateral, or no, these Yeah, I know. I think I know the word.
That's the minimum coverage
Okay.
you have to carry is bodily injury and property damage.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
and then if you have a nice car, you can buy
Insurance to cover your
comprehensive and
comprehensive.
collision.
There we go. That's the one. Comprehensive.
Collision.
All right. Yeah. And that can vary depending on what deductible you choose.
correct.
If you want no deductible, you're going to pay a lot more money than if you say, well, let's put a $2,000 deductible on here.
Correct.
That means that little things you're going to pay for, but if it's really bad, you're covered. And that actually reduces your insurance quite a bit on that.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, so I had a problem about about a year ago. I had a nice used Toyota van, and somebody rear-ended me, and it was definitely their fault. Their insurance was to pay for it. And what they did an evaluation because apparently my tailgate, they couldn't find one, a used one. They'd have to order a new one. And it brought the price up to fix this van past what they thought the van was worth. So they decided to total the van.
Mm-hmm.
And what that meant was that if I kept the van, if I wanted to keep the van, they'd give me $2,500 instead of the actual cost of fixing it of around $3,400. That's what was the actual estimate.
Right.
But if I gave them the van, they'd give me $3,000. Little bit unfair to me in a way, and they were. Oh, and also the other thing is that if I was to keep the van, they were going to notify the DMV that it was what's that word? A salvage vehicle.
Right.
A salvage vehicle, which might not mean anything. There's no structural thing wrong with it, no frame bent or anything, but it obviously doesn't make it as inviting to resell it if you have that title on there.
Correct.
So anyway, so we took the money and gave them the van. Did that.
Okay.
Now what was interesting was they in their evaluation, and I thought about it at the last moment just before we did everything. You'll appreciate this. On both of my sides on the van on the windows, I had this signage, a big decal,
Right.
that cost me $270. They added that $270 to my money.
Yeah.
They said, "Yeah, guess what? That cost me money. That was something addition to that van that they couldn't give. So I got another $270. So
Wow.
that was pretty good.
Very nice.
Otherwise, All right. Now, insurance today, I get everybody has. If you have a car, you got to have car insurance.
Correct.
Okay. And if you live in an apartment, you should have an apartment insurance or something. Is that what they call it?
Yeah. Apartment renters insurance. Right.
Apartment renters insurance. Okay. If you have a home, you need. There's insurance to protect the home.
Homeowners insurance.
Homeowners insurance. What about stuff inside?
The stuff inside is covered by the homeowner's policy. And
Also.
Right. And just like the renter's policy also covers your
Now, would that be? Is that included if there was a burglary?
Yes.
Okay. And that could be the price of that, or the cost could be determined on how much deductible you have on the loan, is on the insurance. Is that right?
Comes deductible on how much coverage you want to get.
Okay. All right. Now, I don't know how big of a seller it is. We have earthquake insurance. We live in a brand new mobile home we bought. Well, it was brand new 12 years ago. You know how that is. Anyway, and it's up on, technically up on stilts.
Right.
I don't know how subject we are here to earthquakes here in Seaside area. To knock that off, haven't had any. But we pay, I think we pay about an extra, I don't know, $75 a year. So I guess it's worth it to have. Do you sell much of earthquake insurance?
Not at the present, but we're starting to promote it because the last big earthquake we had, 1989,
Oh yeah.
and now lately there have been a lot of earthquakes going on in the area, and so I've been telling my people, I say, we're ready, we're ready for one. It's been
Yeah.
over 20 years.
So,
And,
what's an average that you know of for earthquake insurance on a house? If they've gotten full coverage, but now we want to add earthquake insurance. What's the average that could run?
it depends on where the house is located.
Oh, okay.
It all depends on where the house is located. It's no.
If it's located right on a fault, we got a problem. Huh?
Yeah, right.
Ooh,
Right. It's just like flood insurance. The closer you are to the stream or the river,
Oh, okay. Right.
the more it's going to cost.
Yeah. Flood insurance. Now, we're here near the ocean, but we're up a ways. We're not down level. We're up a little ways.
Right.
I don't think we're going to have a flood, so I don't know. Although it can happen, right?
Correct.
Okay. But that wouldn't be covered unless you have an extra thing for that, huh?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Boy. And so the insurance people have it. Oh, how insurance rates let's say over the last 10 years, had they basically been going up?
Yeah, insurance goes up all the time because the cost of living goes up and
Okay.
the cost of repair goes
All
up
right.
with it.
I mean, is that also related to a lot of claims?
It's also related to claims, correct, because they have to recoup their money.
Right. Okay. And now you deal insurance with what different insurance providers? You do Allstate and all that or not?
We do insurance with all the independent insurance companies
Okay.
doing business in the state of California because we work for you, not the freaking insurance company. I hate insurance companies, to tell you the truth. I really do, because they take advantage of the agents and they take advantage of the insureds. And so therefore, people, they can't comprehend it, because they keep hearing all the TV ads of the different companies, this one
Right.
and that one.
Mm-hmm.
Car insurance is car insurance. It's all standard. They only have one judge that adjudicates car insurance. They don't have one judge for every company. They have one judge because the legal documentation of all car insurance is identical, has the same wording, everything else. The only difference is
What do you mean by judge, if I may? What do you mean by judge?
a judge, in a courthouse.
Oh, real? There's only one judge for all the.
Well, there's one judge. They don't have one judge for every different insurance company.
Oh,
They
okay.
have one judge.
Okay. But I mean, like in the county, or how?
I don't know.
Getting lost. Oh, okay.
I'm just saying
I'm getting lost.
I'm just saying that if you go to court,
Mm-hmm.
there's not a different judge for every insurance company
Okay. All right. I got you.
because the policies are all identical.
All right. Now you say you sell for independent insurance companies. Would that include the Allstate Farmers, or that
No,
they aren't independent?
Allstate and Farmers and State Farm and AAA are not independent companies.
Okay.
They're basically employee-only companies, what they call a captive market. They're captive agents. Those agents cannot sell for any other company except
I see.
those companies.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Where an independent agent can sell for all the companies.
Okay.
You keep hearing about all these different companies that advertise all the time. I don't want to give you a list of companies because
Yeah.
but all the companies that are not Allstate, State Farm, Farmers, Geico.
Yeah. I like that little gecko guy. Don't you like those commercials? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's funny. They spend big money for that.
Yeah.
Isn't there the Geico one? Isn't that owned by some big rich guy?
No, it's owned by the Government Employees Insurance Company. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
It started out just insuring government employees,
Ah.
but they've expanded it to insure
Okay.
everybody.
I thought some big guy owned that, but
No.
no. Okay. All right. All right. So anyway, you're selling insurance. Do you enjoy doing that? Do you enjoy what you're doing?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I enjoy.
'Cause that's-
I enjoy
important.
helping people with their finances.
Okay. Oh, that's the other thing. Now, so along with your title here, we have and financial solutions. What exactly is that?
Well, people live longer, like you were just saying about your annuity that you have, your retirement plan.
Mm-hmm.
So, retirement financial solutions deals with retirement, deals with uncertainty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, God forbid you have a heart attack, stroke, cancer, kidney failure, all these things. Those are all you need money to
Right.
to keep on going because you're not going to be working, but you're going to have a lot of expenses.
Mm-hmm.
So we do retirement plans, life insurance plans, living benefit plans, cancer, heart attack, stroke.
Does one get too old to come and see you about that? Should they have started when they were in their 20s or 30s? Or in other words, if I'm 70 like I am right now, am I too late in planning something?
Most companies, go up to age 85. It's hard to find a company to insure you over age 85. But I have companies that will insure you for life insurance up to age 85,
Okay.
and for other things, cancer and heart attacks and all that stuff, and
What are you?
retirement plans, and you can move your money from one to another and make more money.
Mm-hmm. You hear this ad on TV a lot. The one with Alex Trebek does Jeopardy,
yes,
right?
Yeah. Okay.
And he says, and for $9.95 a month,
Right.
you get this, And I guess there are different levels, so that's the minimum, and probably at $9.95 a month.
It depends on your age.
Yeah.
And the $9.95 maybe buy $100 worth of life insurance.
Okay.
And if you look at the fine print on the TV, it says limited benefits for the first 2 years, which means there's really no benefits for the first 2 years. So,
Okay. So don't die yet.
So don't die in the first 2 years.
Okay, I'll work on
And for
that.
the same money, you can get a plan that will cover you the next day.
If you're a bad luck person, you know what I mean. You put a thing on the roulette wheel and it never comes up. If you're bad luck, I don't think you want to do that, because if you might be signing your own death warrant within 2 years for doing that. You roll that dice thing,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the other thing too, and this is one of those things that I have experienced from people I know who have passed away, and that seems like some people that work, they retire, and they don't find something to do, either some other side job or something else. The next thing you know, pop, they're gone.
Right.
And that's, I don't mean to make light of that, but just my experience.
And if I could just say something.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they have big policies when they're young
Mm-hmm.
to pay off the house and to send their kids to college and things like that. And then when they get old, they really don't need them anymore. And they stop paying on them because they get too expensive. And so the money's gone. But if you're 70 or over and you have a policy that's $50,000 or more face value, if you come and see me, I can sell it for you, because now there's companies that have come out to buy these policies because they know eventually you're going to die.
Yeah.
And so they buy the policy. So most people that sell their policies through me get back everything they paid in plus more. And so that instead of just wasting all that money for all those years,
So if they're getting that money back, who's buying the policy? How the person who's buying it? How are they benefiting somehow? How does that work?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Yeah. So
okay.
I had a guy recently.
Sounds confusing. Yeah.
I had a guy recently had a $350,000 term insurance policy. Which was ending. It was a 30-year term, and it ends at the end of 30 years. And if he wanted to keep it, he was paying like, I don't know, $150 a month for it or something.
Yeah.
And if he wanted to keep it, the premium was going to go up to like $2,000 a month.
Oh. Okay.
And so he's going to drop it. And I said, what? I said, let's sell it. Because there are companies that will buy it.
Okay, so what would he have gotten out of it? Did he get the $350,000? No.
No, that's only if you die.
Oh, only if you die. Well, don't want to do that.
No.
Okay.
So he got, we sold the policy. He got $20,000 for the policy.
Okay.
Because he was going to drop it anyway.
So then somebody else, has the policy?
Yeah.
And it's good for them. If they die, it's $350,000?
When this guy dies, they become they buy the policy, they become the beneficiary. So there are investment groups that are buying insurance policies because they know that the person's going to die eventually. And if they can buy the policy reasonable, but for more than the person paid in for the policy, then the company makes money.
All right. I think, by the way, a lot of this gets confusing. That's why they need to call you and make an appointment. Is that correct?
That's right.
And how do they get a hold of you? You're in Salinas, but what's your telephone number?
Okay. The office phone number is 831-442-5511.
Okay,
Let me repeat that.
That'd be a good idea. So what I was going to say. Yep.
442-5511. Or you can always get me on my cell phone, and I have a lot of my clients that call me at 2 o'clock in the morning. They're in the hospital. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So my cell phone number is 831-905-7768.
Okay.
831-905-7768. And I'm on duty 24/7, 365. Unless it's leap year, then I'm on duty 366.
All right. And personal question. So are you married?
No,
that's why you work on this so often.
I have a significant other.
Okay, you're okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is that because you lost all that weight?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. We're going to take one last little break here, and we'll get him out of the picture like so. This is Community Chit Chat on KMBY over the air in 19.4 and on the internet at KMBYTV.com. I'm Jim Vossen, V as in Victor, O-S-S-E-N, and let me figure out how to do all this technical stuff. Something on the order of like this, and something on the order of like this, and something on the order of
KMBY,
like this.
Monterey.
Hi, Jim Vossen here for the Monterey Chamber of Commerce. If you are looking for a great place to dine in Monterey, like the old Fisherman's Grotto on Fisherman's Wharf, check out MontereyEatPlayAndStay.com. If you are looking for a great place to play in Monterey, like Cannery Row, check out MontereyEatPlayAndStay.com. If you are looking for a great place to stay in Monterey, like the Portola Plaza or the Monterey Tides on the beach next door to Seaside, check out MontereyEatPlayAndStay.com. If you are looking for cars, car parts, body shops, car clubs, etc., check out MontereyCarChannel.com. It's quite interesting and fun. For more great information about Monterey, check out MontereyCalifornia.us. That's MontereyCalifornia.us. All of this and more brought to you by the Monterey Chamber of Commerce. Not a member? Join today. Call 394-6501. Hi, Jim Vossen here for the Delray Oaks Chamber of Commerce. If you have never been to Delray Oaks before, it is well worth coming by. About 20 years ago, a young gentleman took on the task of counting all the trees in Delray Oaks. He's still counting them today. There's a great and famous restaurant in Delray Oaks called Tarpey's. And of course, they have a Starbucks and a Jack in the Box and a large Safeway. There is also a special place where people come from miles around to look at a large frog population. If you need your spirits lifted, there is the beautiful Church of the Oaks. Check out their website, churchoftheoaks.com. And if you're in the neighborhood, stop by and say hi to my good friend, Reverend Dr. Robert Helen. To find out more about Delray Oaks, check out DelrayOaksCalifornia.com. That's DelrayOaksCalifornia.com. Brought to you by the Delray Oaks Chamber of Commerce. To join the chamber, call 394-6501. All right, we're back. Wrapping this up with Marvin Cohen with Clock Insurance and Financial Solutions. So let's bring Marvin back in here and let's see. Oh, you said you finally figured out that word that we were looking for at one time? Yeah. And what do you think it was?
It's called uninsured motorist.
Whoops. Oh, hold on. I just did something here terrible. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, I just pushed something wrong. And I'm allowed to do that because I have a whole. You saw a little bit of our control section, right?
Right.
Yeah. Right. You wouldn't think a guy like me could handle all this, but apparently I can't.
Right.
So,
Right.
It's called uninsured motorist
insurance.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. It protects you from somebody who hits you that doesn't have insurance.
Okay.
So they're uninsured, and so
now
your insurance company will.
Here's the question. Somebody doesn't have a car.
Right.
They have a driver's license. They don't have a car.
Right.
Okay. And their brother lends him his car.
Right.
He's got insurance on it.
Right.
Where do we stand at that point?
Well, the brother's insurance is going to have to pay.
Yeah.
Because he loaned the car to the brother.
Uh-huh.
But then they're going to have both of them going to have problems for him driving a car without his own insurance. He can buy his own non-owned auto insurance policy, so there he can drive anybody's car.
So somebody let's say a guy has a driver's license, has no tickets on record at all, and he wants to have insurance for himself that he can say, well, I got insurance.
Right.
What's something like that run? If no tickets, no.
It's not very expensive at all.
No.
No.
Are we talking a couple $100 a year or what?
Yeah, probably like $400 or $500 a year.
Oh, that much?
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I don't know. It seems like a lot for that, but I guess it's okay. You know, if you're borrowing a car on a regular basis, yeah, but if you're only going to use it once a year, that's pretty heavy. But yeah. Okay. How about a regular? So the guy. Let's say there's a guy. He's or a woman, and they're walking down the street and they get hit by a car by an uninsured motorist. Do they? Hopefully, they have some kind of insurance on themselves.
Hopefully, they have health insurance.
Health insurance on themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, does that include things like Blue Shield and stuff? You have that kind of stuff that covers you then.
Right.
Okay. All right. I got you. Okay. But you should have something. That'd be a good idea.
Right. Well, right now in California.
Yes.
They have a law in California that says if you don't have health insurance, you're going to get penalized.
Oh. Yeah.
Even though the federal government stopped penalizing you last year, California came back and started penalizing you again this year for not having health insurance.
Boy. Okay. Wow. Well, now, by the way, are you? Would you say the California rules are tougher than most other states?
Yes, much tougher.
Much tougher. And any reason for that other than greed or something? I don't know. Do they benefit somehow?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Just curious. Just that's the way it is.
It's the Department of Insurance. I don't know. They're really tough.
Well, you know, and just as a side note, and maybe you know this also, I've been in business since I was a teenager. I've had different things, and I've had different run-ins. Originally, when I was 20, I had a big run-in with the IRS on a business I had, and I thought, you know, you're 20 years old. I thought it was the end of the world for me. It wasn't until 10 years later when I had a problem with the state, kind of a similar matter. But anyway, and the state, my goodness, that made the feds look like pussycats.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
The state, what somebody told me one time, well, the feds, here's the deal. The feds are going to be a little easier on you because they'll find you somewhere. You know, they got the whole country, okay? Whereas the state has this attitude, we want to kill you, or we want to get you now. I don't want to say kill you, but they are really tough. And I you know.
Yeah.
So those are my fun things in life.
Right.
You know. All right. So let's delve a little bit into that organization. Why don't you hold up that flyer again? And you started this, if I may, when?
I got it incorporated in 2004.
Now, this is a nonprofit corporation?
Nonprofit, 501c3.
501c3. And do you have, C3? That means people can donate money to this. And where does that money go, should I ask?
The money goes...
You have a pretty nice car out there.
No, no.
Okay.
No, the money goes into Our World Peace Park's bank account.
Uh-huh.
And right now we're really getting it off the ground because I never had time to really do it.
Yeah.
We had events at different MPC and the fairgrounds and
Right.
CSUMB and etc. But now we're raising money because we want to make it a reality. And,
Okay.
and
what's it take to make it a reality?
Oh, it takes a lot of money.
Well, what do you going to do with this? You're
In-
talking about
in-
a Peace
in-
Park.
in-
You're talking about a park.
In phase one.
Yeah. Okay.
Phase one, I'm just looking to hire a couple of people
Mm-hmm.
to help with the technical aspects and getting different countries involved in promoting their country and different faith groups involved in promoting their faith. And I'd like to set up a cultural festival like we're doing here in Monterey that was started because years ago when I first started promoting this, and then all of a sudden Monterey MPC is doing it now, and the DLI is doing a cultural festival.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to set up a cultural festival at least once a year on every college campus in the world. And as we're recruiting volunteers to help us contact all the different countries and get them involved. And the final thing is to build a miniature world with all the countries represented so that you can walk through and talk to every country's representative and find out about the country, their morals, their character, etc., their history.
Mm-hmm.
And Ancestry.com, if you ever look at their commercial, shows that the average American is a Heinz 57 variety. So we have all these different bloodlines running through our bodies.
Sure.
And a lot of us don't even know what those bloodlines are all about.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
by going through Our World Peace Park, if every country of the world is represented, we can start to talk to and learn about ourselves.
And by the way, I'm sorry if I can't. You talked about, when we started off talking about prejudice.
Yeah.
And prejudice, I guess, comes in all sorts of shapes. And how many people say to themselves, and me included, no, I'm not prejudiced. And then you think about things that, just certain actions that you do, I can remember, I'm going to have to make this quick because we're getting down here. I can remember a time many, many years ago, if I'm walking down a street and coming down me on the same street, and I'll just say a couple of black gentlemen, I might walk across the street.
Right.
I'm not thinking I'm being prejudiced. I'm just being weary of just because my experience tells me not to do that or to do that. Whereas nowadays, I wouldn't have a problem with two black people walking down the street, but I might have a problem with some rough-looking hippie guy. A white guy. You might say that. And so I might cross the street for that. So there's different things, and it's something that needs exploring with everybody.
That's right.
You don't think you're prejudiced, but then you think you come up with something.
Right. That's right.
So
That's right.
Now, do you have a website for that?
Yes, it's owpp.org.
owpp.org. owpp.org. Okay. Tell you what I'm doing. When we get done later on, you email me that link, and I'll throw you a page on our station here.
Okay, great.
One of my
Thank you.
pages. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, get you to join the chamber too. But anyway, that's another story. So let's finish up. So that sounds like. And when was the original thought on that? On this coming up with this? How many years? 10?
That's why we need to raise money so we can join the chamber.
Yeah. Well, we have special rates, so we're okay.
When did the thought come up? The thought came up in around 1990 something. I know we put on the first festival called the Springfest '92 at MPC, and I had a bunch of different teachers from DLI from the different countries come and talk about their different countries. And I had a bunch of different faith groups come and talk about why they believed the way they believed. And so people got to learn a lot about the different, people in the world and how they believed. And
I'm going to do this. I hate to do this. We're about to wrap up, but what I want to, I think I'm going to throw an idea at you that maybe you know of some of these people, some different faith groups and stuff that would like to be interviewed to get their word out. I like to do that,
I don't know right now.
Okay, well, we'll think about it. Hey, thank you for coming today. Again, this will be replayed live on Saturday. It'll be on our YouTube page by late Saturday. I'll send you the link. You can send that out to all your friends.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Marvin Cohen with Clock Insurance and Financial Solutions. All right. This has been, if I may, the Community Chit Chat Show right here on KMBY. Thank you very much for joining us today. And we'll be back Saturday. We'll replay this Saturday if you missed any of that. Thank you.